What's going on out there, fellas? My name's Ray, and this is Big John. We're out here doing a little roof cleaning. We're doing some house washing and a driveway here for these folks in our city. And we're gonna take you guys with us and let you see a little bit about our process. So check it out. All right, so the first thing that we do when we pull up is, John will usually get the water supply line, go ahead and get that hooked up. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna take some tape and do a property protection walk on this property. Now, as you can see, this roof is heavily infested with algae. It's got that Gleocapsa magma on it, really heavy. It's also got a lot of algae on the house, and there's tons all the way around the foundation. The driveway's in pretty rough shape too. We're gonna be doing this sidewalk as well. As you see, the foundation, front porch, it's got this algae on it real bad, the steps and all. So we've got a pretty good job ahead of us here. That roof is extremely steep. You can see the moss growing on the sides there. There's moss on the little nooks and crannies in there, and it's very steep. So that's where the booster pump really comes in handy. I'm gonna go ahead and tape off all of the little areas that I think could be a potential for damage, like your electrical socket. So you don't want to just tape up the front here, because this is a spot where the water can get in and short this electrical socket out. But the real cause the place where it really gets bad is when the water falls down in here and gets back behind and gets on those phases and causes that thing to short out. Because I've taped these up right here before and still burnt the socket up and had to pay to get it replaced. So you always want to take some good tape. The tape that I'm using right here is called Sure Tape. So you can find that on Amazon, PE444 Sure Tape. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this house fully protected. Here's a look at the property protection. I've taped up the top of the light fixtures here, which is something that I normally don't do, but as you can see, man, you got to recognize whenever there's a potential here. And what I do is just tape up the top so the water will roll off and not going back behind there. Also tape up the doorbell, because those will go bad. The door locks is another nice courtesy thing you can do, because when you get a little bit of SH in there, it can cause some rust and make your customer have a hard time getting their key in the door. Little WD-40 will fix that up, no problem, but it's still something nice to do. And last is the electrical socket. Like I said, I like to tape up the outlet there and also tape up the top so the water can't go in back behind that. And then what I'll do when I'll take this off, if there's still a little bit of dirt or algae or anything, I'll just take a rag and wipe around that area and get it cleaned up. Another area you want to pay special attention to is going to be your meter can. I don't go crazy here. I just put a little stretch of tape across the top to help the water run off of it rather than go in back behind this. Because what you have is behind this meter, you've got two hot wires and a neutral, and there's a hole cut in the back. So if you get an excessive amount of water, it can get back in there, cross those phases, and throw the breaker out. So it's always good practice. Throw a little bit of tape just along the top and get it to where the water will roll off, and don't apply heavy amount of water into this can. Now that we got the property protection out of the way, we'll go ahead and come over here to our soft wash system and get our solution dialed in. What we're going to do is we're going to start off, I'm going to be cleaning the roof while John's going to be taking care of the driveway. And then as he gets done with the driveway, he can transition over to downstream in the house while I'm finished the soft wash on the roof. If I get done before he does, then I can switch the soft wash system over to force feed and help him with the rinse. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and kill two birds with one stone here and do a review on Sean Hodges' soft wash system. This is the booster pump setup. It's a 1 horsepower booster. I've got 2 blend manifolds in here with a backup 12-volt pump in case the booster ever goes down. I can switch over, run a couple jumpers, and I'm back up and running and getting the job done, not having to leave a customer in the middle of a job without the job being complete. So what we do is come over here to the generator, fire this up. We adjust our solution here. We're gonna be looking at a really steep pitch. You can see that pitch is extremely high, so we're gonna crank this surfactant up. We're gonna put that on about a 3. Our SH is really dirty, so we're gonna go with a 6% mix, and we always leave that water all the way on. So Sean always gives you this nice little remote. I think this thing reaches up to 600 feet. Turn that bad boy on and we should be spraying. So let me grab my wand over here. While I'm at it, I'll go ahead and pre-treat this concrete for Big John. And then once the concrete's pre-treated, I'll go ahead and start on the soft wash on the roof while he's doing this driveway. There we go. So we got some soap now. Down there is nothing but a gully full of dead vegetation, so that's where all this runoff is going to be going. So we're just going to heat this up, make sure this customer gets the best results possible on their concrete. You know, everybody always acts like there's one specific way to do something. You know, when I get asked questions, I can't really answer them because no two jobs are the same. You know, you could be somewhere that has a lot of plush vegetation, very expensive plants all over the place. And when you get in those situations, man, you're gonna have to take different precautions. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this and get on to this roof cleaning. All right, so we've got all the concrete pre-treated. Big John's taking care of the driveway, and while he's doing that, I'm gonna focus my attention over to this roof and start soft washing this roof. As I progress with getting the roof cleaned up, John's gonna switch over to downstream in the house, and as I get done, I'll come back, switch that booster over to force feed and help him with the final rinse or whatever needs to happen. You know, efficiency is a really big key to, you know, finding that success and finding that stride, but keep in mind that efficiency is not always the most important. The most important thing is quality, making sure that your customers are protected during the property protection, assessing the property, coming with the proper, you know, detergents, solutions, and equipment to get the job done right. So keep that at the forefront, and then after you get all that squared away, then start focusing on efficiency. But you gotta think, if you're not overloaded with work, then what's the point in focusing all your attention on efficiency? You know, you wanna get that phone ringing and make sure that once you start getting all the calls coming in, you can get 3-4 jobs a day, then start channeling all your focus towards efficiency, because that's when it becomes very important. So we got the front roof done. We've got our solution applied there. You can see all that moss has just turned white. So we're gonna let that sit up there and do its thing, kill all that organic system. And we may have to come back and reapply to a couple spots. I can see a little tiny spot up there in the corner on the top. But I'm planning on coming back and doing a light rinse on this anyway to try to get a little bit of that moss off and make this look pretty good for our customer when they get home today. So now, John's almost done with all the concrete. He's just got a little bit to rinse left down here. So our timing's working out pretty good as we planned. And I'm gonna go ahead and start applying to the back side of the roof. Now the back is not as bad, but one thing I'll tell you is you'll get a lot of customers that'll say, oh, you know, I just want one side of the roof done. And look at this, look at these steps, by the way. I was really glad that they did not opt to get the deck done, because I don't know about you guys, but I just am not a big fan of doing wood. I do have some success with making it look really good, but I don't know what it is. I don't enjoy it. But back to what I was saying. So you can see here, the back side of this roof is nowhere near as bad. And you'll have this a lot. Your customer will say, well, you know, the back side of the roof isn't that bad. And, you know, I just want to do one part of the roof. And my go-to whenever I'm told that is I always say, you know, we offer a, we give a 36-month warranty on all roof cleanings. But when we do a partial cleaning, we don't offer that. And the reason being is if we're gonna go and do a partial cleaning, we're not eradicating the entire organic system. We're only gonna kill part of it. So the next time it rains, the next little bit of wind you get, it's gonna spread the organic system back out, and it's gonna come back a lot faster. So we can't offer that warranty. And about 99% of the time, after I tell them that little line there, they opt in to do the full cleaning. So and it's not deceiving your customer, because when you think about it, it's very logical. If you have an organic growth and you only kill part of it, guess what? It's still alive on the other side. That's science, you know, there's no real debating that. Full cleaning, we offer the warranty. Partial cleaning, we don't. That helps out a lot with making sure you get the whole job and not just part of it. So we've got the roof done. We've applied the solution to both sides of the roof. John has got the driveway done here. He's going to be switching over to downstreaming on the 8 gallon a minute. And at this point, what I like to do is I've switched over the soft wash system to rinse. So now I'm force feeding, and this is a good time to use what's left in that hose. So we run about 250 feet of hose in our system, and once we do this, I like to go back to the really bad areas, and any spots that I may have missed, this is a good time to go ahead and touch those spots up and not waste what's left in that hose. You know, any real bad mossy areas, put a little bit extra on there to make sure it gets killed off. Also, anything on the foundation there, we are doing the foundation for these people. I already applied when we were pre-treating the concrete with a 3% mix. I put some of that down, but you know, just use what's left in that hose rather than waste it, is all that I'm getting at there. So anyway, we'll do this. We'll start on the house, and we've almost got this thing done. So we're wrapped up. We got this job completed. Let's take a look at these results. So John did an outstanding job on the driveway here. Got this looking really, really good. And the walkway turned out really nice. Foundation, the steps come out good. Front porch, we were able to get a lot of the red clay and stuff up. We ended up having to spray a little bit of NMD 80 on there before we surface clean to get that looking good. And as for the roof came out really nice. It sat for a little bit. We had to touch up a couple spots. I did to let the customer know and set their expectations that that moss that's still up there on the corner will fall off after a few rains. If for any reason it doesn't, give us a call back in a few weeks and we'll go over there and touch that up. But yeah, really happy with the results here at this house. It's going to be some really nice before and after pictures. We'll keep on going here and take a look around the side here, side of the house here. This had a lot of algae on it as well, and it all cleaned up really, really nice. The customer actually left a couple minutes ago, and they were really, really happy with it. So another satisfied customer for the Clean Home Power Washing team, and we're going to keep on rolling with this thing. But yeah, all the gutters came out nice. The roof up there brightened up really nice. And all in all, it was a success. So appreciate all you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting some more videos out here soon, so definitely check back for those. And as always, keep on hustling, keep on grinding, and shining like a diamond. We'll check you later. Peace.